Good with my YouTube family, man. I'm back at y'all with another video, man. Hey, before I get started, man, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man, and that notification bell. That way you won't miss no videos when I upload them. Be in front of y'all long and bore y'all, man. So we gonna kind of jump right on off into this thing, you know. We gonna get into the meat and potatoes this week, so a lot of people is not gonna agree with a lot of what I'm saying. But that comes with just speaking truth, because a lot of people don't like truth, and it also comes with just giving their opinion. So you know, but we're gonna jump right off into it, man. Let's talk about the head versus the provider. That's what we're talking about today. The head versus the provider. And what do I mean by that? We'll get off into that. But first, let me just say, I remember when I was coming up, you know, as a little boy, you heard head. You didn't hear the word provider. The word provider started coming along, I would say, late 90s, the new millennium, you know, late 90s, that's when the word provider started coming along. The reason being, like, because that's when the whole feminine movement, the whole feminist movement started, you know, really kind of trying to blossom. So they did away with the word head because it was too bold. It was too powerful in the ear of the women of the whole thing. They had to dumb the whole thing down, and they had to also dumb the man down by taking away the word head and replacing it with provider. So now that's why you don't hear the word head no more, because they wanted to get rid of that word because it was too bold, it was too dominant, and it didn't fit the agenda. So now that's why you hear the word provider. Now, with that being said, I'm going to tell you the difference between head and provider. First, we're going to go with provider. The provider, he goes to work every day, you know, pay his bills. He have no problem with that. You know, he buy the kids whatever they want. Buy the wifey or the girlfriend or whatever he buy them, you know, whatever they want. Whatever they say, he does it. And, you know, even if he don't do whatever they say, he still comply more than he says. He don't really say no much because he's incompliant, and that's what makes him the provider, because he knows that if he don't comply, that is some consequences on the other end. Now, when we talking about the head is a little bit different. The head don't comply with everything. The head is the overseer. That's why he's the head. He has vision. He can see things ahead that the woman's his job to be able to have the vision. He don't comply. He say nay more than yay. He makes sure the kids stay on the right path. He do not follow the ways of the world. He keep his kids and his family prayed up. He makes sure everybody stay prayed up. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he don't have fun or he don't give his kids some of the stuff they want or whatever, but he's the head, so he makes sure that he hears from God before he do anything. That's what a head is. But they wanted to get rid of that. They wanted to get rid of that image, and they wanted to dumb him down and make him. So what they did is they cut the head off and replaced the head with provider. Because the provider, whatever the kids want, if he can buy, he's going to buy it. He's not going to think, he can't see long term. He don't have vision. So he's not going to say nay more than yay, even though the kids might don't need a lot of things. He will still get it because he's in compliance. He's in compliance. And also, what he does by him being in compliance, the provider, he's actually out of order. Let's get that, because he's in compliance. So what he has really done, what the provider really do, is he put everybody and everything before God. He will always put God last. Always. That's why if you ask him, what have he done for God, he won't even be able to tell you. But one thing he will be able to tell you, what he done for his woman and the kids. And that's why the family heads straight to the slaughterhouse. Now, on the other hand of the head, like I said, the head is going to make sure he's in line. He's going to make sure that woman is in line. And the kid is going to say nay more than yay, because he understands the path that he's leading his family down is not the path of the world. So no matter what social media is talking about, no matter what social media is trying to say what a man should be or what a man should look like, he's not in compliance with it. And that's why when you hear a lot of women say they want a real man, they really don't want a real man, because the real man has to put her after himself and God. It's God first, it's man, it's woman, then it's the kid. And the head knows that too, and he's going to follow that order. A provider won't follow that order, because he has to stay in compliance with the woman. That's why a lot of the guys, you know, a lot of these families, and I see a lot of men, man, they buying their kids cell phones, and that blows my mind, because I know when I was coming up, it's no way in the world a man, your mama wouldn't even do that. Your mom wouldn't even do that. So we're not gonna even, you know, your mom wouldn't do that. But we couldn't even get to the man, because you knew the man wasn't gonna. That was an automatic no, that a man would buy you something to ruin you, because that's exactly what's happening with these kids. I have a lot of them like, well, you know, I bought my son or my daughter a phone, man, so, you know, because it's dangerous out here, and so they can keep in touch. I said, well, if that's the case, why they got a $500, $600, $700 phone? Do they need a $700 phone to keep in touch? And I said, well, if that's the case, why they got internet on their phone? Why are they on social media, if that's the case? Because all of that is garbage, because you are in compliance. You are in compliance. You are following the whole feminist movement. And that's why the average man nowadays, he's silent. He's silent. He won't even touch on these subjects, because he is in compliance. He's in compliance. They won't like this. They're not going to. You'll have more women probably like this more than the men will, because the roles have switched. So, these are things that we as men has to get back to being. Saying no. Now, we know what happens when you say no. You're going to lose a lot of women. And that's why a lot of men, because they don't want to lose the women. But you got to lose something to gain something, because a real woman, she knows her position. So you won't lose her. If she's a real woman, you're not going to lose her. Matter of fact, you're going to gain more of her, because she's going to respect you, because it's in her to respect you if you are a head, not a provider. A provider do not get respect of a head. It's a difference. It's a difference. Because it's in the nature of a woman. She was created. She came out of the side of you, and she was created to fall in line with you. She was created for that. That's natural. So, with that being said, man, that's the head of, you know, versus the provider. I'm not gonna be before you guys long. Smash that like button, that subscribe button. You want to hear some inspirational music, man? I do music, hip hop. So you know you're gonna get those links at the bottom. And like, share, man. Tell it, you know, put people on his page, man. We got some deep stuff coming. And I'm out.